Beautiful Friday morning to you. Thank you so much for sticking with us right here on your amazing radio of choice, Rave 91.7 FM, where we define every bit of your moment, bringing you amazing music and spicing it up with quality talk. That's what we do for a living right here. My name is Femi Olanipekun. Thank you so much for joining us on the last edition of the program Frank Talk for this week. Frank Talk is where we look at trending issues in the polity, bringing the issues closer to you and helping you to have a better understanding, have a deeper insight into the issues that we look at right here. Issues that affects the policies of government, the politics by some of those policies, all of these that affect the governance in our dear country, Nigeria. We'll look at it from different angles, dissecting it from different angles, looking at different perspectives, all in a bid to offering solutions to some of the challenges as may be detected in the polity. Well, today we'll be looking at developments right here in our home state of Osun. We'll be looking at, some developments. Former Deputy Governor of this state and one-time Chairman of the Preparations Committee in the 7th Senate, Senator Yola Omishore, has been really critical of the state government of recent, describing the budget of the state that was released as a ruse, and he also made some other statements really going really critical of the state government, and then the state governor also responded and saying, the former deputy governor lacks the moral right really to criticize his administration, saying, judging by what his party did while in power, they have no local standing, have no moral right really to begin to criticize or talk about what his administration really has achieved or not. Part of what Senator Yola Omishore said was that the estimate as presented to the House of Assembly by the governor was bogus. He said that there was no clear means of financing it, and also talked about debt, releasing some figures. All of these also have been controverted by the state government, also accusing the former senator of being a tax defaulter. In fact, the state government said the last time Senator Yola Omishore paid any tax to the state government was in 2013, and that was just a paltry 25,000. These are some of these we'll be looking at right here today, just to clear the air and put some of these issues in proper perspective. I'm joined in the studio this morning by special advisor on information and strategy to Governor Rauf Aregbesola, Mr. Femi Okolawan. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on Front Talks, Mr. Okolawan. Thank you so much. A compliment of the season to you. Thank you. And a chieftain of the PDP is the vice chairman, the chairman southwest of the PDP, the legal advisor, beg your pardon, of the PDP, a chieftain of the party and a very strong ally of Otumba Yola Omishore, Chief Sunday Ojo Williams, joining us right in the studio this morning. Thank you so much for coming on Frank Talks, Chief Ojo Williams.
Thank you, Femi. Good morning.
Thank you. Well, let's start with you. It was just interesting. Just early this year, it's been like there's been some peace in the polity, some calmness that was ruptured by your ally, Senator Yola Omishore, launching I think 3 statements in the last 1 week, each of them very critical of the state government. What really is going on?
Well, I think we are all buying into the methodology of Mr. Governor, if we are thinking that way. Look at it this way. Also, one of us. And when you present a budget of a state before a House of Assembly, you expect us to go and sleep as patriotic Indian citizens of Osun State? No. It is open to every citizen of the state to look into what we have put before the House of Assembly. You understand? And form an opinion, make advices, call for inquiries and investigations. We are not dummies in Osun State. And Omishore, for that matter, had been in government before. So when you lay a budget before a state House of Assembly, you expect leaders, people who have been through this before, to make comments.
Was that why?
I told you that he is a citizen, a very eminent citizen of Osun State. And then
that budget was bogus. Isn't that unfair to say? An appropriation deal as presented by the state government to the House of Assembly, that much work has been worked on, have been put into it, is bogus.
What you have said is not come again.
That budget. Some people have said it is not fair for Senator Yola Omishore to say that the budget proposal is bogus.
That is his opinion. And remember, we are running a democracy here. I told you that he is a citizen, a very eminent citizen of Osun State, and anything that is already before the House of Assembly is a public issue. And we are all entitled to comment. And he has commented.
So to say,
it is for the other side to come out and say, no, what you have said is not true. These are the facts.
All right. Well, let's talk to the other side, Mr. Okolawo. That assessment of the budget by Senator Yellow Mishure, he said the budget is bogus, and then even to use his was that there is no clear means of financing that budget.
Yeah. Let me start this way. In your opening, but be that as it may. You talked about the peace of the state being ruptured. So to say,
just
by the comments
in the politics,
we are on it. We are on truly familiar today. Look at, of course, this is and come up with its own opinions about election year. But you don't expect coming up with that. But for people who are already used to it is also necessary for us to be patriotic enough, to be awful enough, to come out kind of this time, the kind of note we have ruptured the peace of the state through their budget comment. But be that we will be helping we are in a democracy. And of course, when the state budget Senator of course it is expected for a virile opposition to come up truly, look at the budget and come up with its own opinion about it. But in coming up with our position on such a document, it is also necessary for us to be patriotic enough, to be truthful enough in the kind of observation, the kind of notes we have to make on the budget, to the extent that we will be helping the polity and not hitting up the polity. What Senator Iola Omeshore said about the 2018 budget of the state of Osun. I mean, to say it, we are not disappointed. It is the usual character of pull inbound, try as much as possible to diminish the achievement of this administration.
But does it not have a point?
We are already used.
Does it not have a point? If we say that even the government admitted,
the people of Osun,
yes,
look. We know of the and we are better than according to the what Senator
does it not have a point in saying that even if the state government admitted that maybe this year's budget is not implemented up to 50%, then you're now coming up with a budget as high as that with no, and according to him, no clear means of financing it. Is it not fair to say that budget proposal is bogus?
There's nothing bogus in it. Of course, if you go back even to the 2017 budget, there was an initial monitoring presentation, which was also reviewed. Look, we are looking and we are acting according to the way the economy of the country is. If you look at what we talk about the budget of enduring legacy, and if you look at what we have done in 7 years, we are looking at opportunities for us to also consolidate on what this government has done, be it in the area of education, be it in the area of infrastructure, in the area of security, in the area of health and all that. And so we have to, and we're also monitoring the way things are going, especially in the international oil markets and all that, as well as our own efforts at generating necessary resources to ensure that we meet up with the needs of our people. We have promised our people, and we know that we have not given empty promises, just like the PDP will do. We are realistic, and we are pursuing our dreams with the best of intentions.
Well, Mr. Okolawo would like us to believe that the way you have gone of late is your stock in trade, and that's how the PDP will want to do. He said that you like to criticize every of the steps taken by the administration, but there was one point that was raised in one of the statements that this is.
Senator has said it is not by wiping up emotions, coming here to call names.
Is the most corrupt administration ever. I wonder if that is not just taking politics too far to use such statements to say that this administration is corrupt. What evidence have you to say that?
Oh, it's all over there. It's all blowing in the winds. See, to start with, the statement that the budget is reduced is bogus cannot be controverted. To controvert it, you should go into the budget document to controvert what the single senator has said. It's the income from the allocation, federal allocation. It's not by wiping up emotions, coming here to call names, to cast aspersions. No, you talk bare facts that are embedded in the document. It's what we expected to be brought to fore. Look, the senator said the budget is bogus, and that there is no area in the budget proposal where the finances to sustain that the various projects embedded in the budget is analyzed and stated. That is a statement of fact. Look, they are all relying on the income from the allocation, federal allocation. Not enough for somebody who has been in the saddle for 7.5 years.
But I'm saying that the antecedents of it, Otumba Yellow Mishori, does not give him the moral right to talk about things. That, what were his achievements, what were his contributions to the development of the state while he was in power, both as deputy governor and also as a senator?
I am happy Osun State citizens are listening to all this. Otumba Yellow Mishori is the most qualified person to talk about the welfare of the people of this estate.
In what sense?
Very good. He had been a deputy governor before, and throughout the tenure, he had always talked about the welfare of the workers. Remember when PDP was in power in this state for 7.5 years, there was not a single workers' strike. Give the credit to people like Oyinlola in the PDP then, and Senator Yola Omishore. We were able to take care of our workers, not embarking on grandiose projects that Yorubas call Shekarimi. No, you must relate what you are doing to the welfare of the people.
But some people have also faulted your party and the administrations before these on that, saying, your party merely focused welfare at the detriment of the larger society. That's just like a percentage of
all these things are there. You just don't say things that are not backed by empirical evidence. The schools are there. We have a 6-campus university for the first time in this country. Give that credit to the PDP at least. The road you are taking from Olaiya to your government house in Abere was dualized by the PDP administration. Give credit to us for that. The Awolowo primary schools of 1954, over 3,000 of them were rebuilt by the PDP administration of Oyinlola. Give us credit for that. And don't forget when you talk about Omishore, he has been the single senator chairman of operation committee of the entire country, preparing budget for 36 states and 774 local governments without any complaint.
What benefit did Osun derive from his position as chairman of appropriations committee while he was in the saddle then? That's part of, the reaction of the state governor.
You see, when you talk about achievement of the chairman of an appropriation committee,
or as a senator, I'm talking about his own constituency.
As a senator, he was there to make laws. In the first analysis, they are there to approve budgets at the Senate collectively. The Senate is not somewhere you go and say, look, this is my state, this is what I want on my state. No.
But could he have influenced projects? Because the state government talks about the Ilesha-Ife road and that not much was achieved.
A lot of projects, not only in Osun State, throughout the Southwest. There's a compendium, a document on all that one, which we have.
But here in Osun State, can you give us some of those projects?
He made provision for this road they are doing, from Ilesha to Akure. Go and look at it. That's a federal road. He made provision for that road to be extended, from where the late Oba of Iloko left it. He made provision for all that. Go to the university complex at Ife today. Go and look at that teaching hospital there. For goodness sake,
just before I
look at the expenditure there.
Just before I go back to Mr. Okalawo,
go and look at all those equipments.
One key part of the response to the governor was the Ilesha-Ileife road, saying for the time he was senator that
which Ilesha-Ileife road?
The Ilesha-Ileife through Oshu road. That was part of what the governor said. That what consequences?
If he provided for it and it was given to a contractor, like most of their own contractors too, and the contractor delayed in completing the thing, and the next appropriation there was no provision for completion of the thing, do you blame the senator who fought to bring that project into Osun State for that? I think that is carrying legislation too far.
All right. Well, Mr. Olanipekun, these issues, it just said that as against what your party will have people believe, that they focused mainly on workers' welfare. Just reeled that part of what they did. He said during that time they did about 3,000 classrooms. You know, I mean, even that the road leading to the governor's office was built by them and many other roads like that. He's saying it's uncharitable of the APC and his administration to say that the PDP did nothing while in power.
Well, sorry. First of all, let me sympathize with Chief Sunday Ojo. You want to call that bridge? You want to call that bridge? Abdul Karim Adebisi Akande Trumpet Interchange Bridge. You want to call that grandiose? You want to call the Osogbo Ilaudo Ikiro Boundary Road? You want to call that one a grandiose project? You want to call the You want to call that project a grandiose project? You want to call Wole Soyinka? Which one is high school Ojigbo? Grandiose? You want to call Osogbo High School? You want to call it grandiose? There was a school there.
There was a school there.
You see,
you are only looking for avenue to make money.
To still be able to
you close down about 4 or 5 schools.
When you are talking about the quality of the school,
simply because
you call those things schools?
Do you call those things you build schools?
Chief, I like to hold on.
You are talking about minding the cost of transportation daily.
You are talking about the welfare of workers.
Chief Williams,
I put it to you. Can you tell our listeners at home how much was your government borrowing every month to service salary, even at a time when the wage bill of Osun was not up to 2 billion naira? Can you tell me how much your government was borrowing from the banks?
Was your government borrowing? I mean, let's put a question. I mean, you've had the question.
He has to answer it.
Borrowing to pay salaries while you were
how much were you borrowing?
Let me tell
I put it to you.
A responsible governor will go to any length to satisfy his workers.
Oh,
they have families, for goodness sake. So what is your business?
What was the wage bill at that time?
What if
so what moral right have you to now talk about a government?
Mr. Olanipekun, please hold on a moment. Let him answer. Exactly.
We answer it if you want.
For he has to labor very well to try to justify the position of his party. And this is a party, unfortunately, that lives on lies, a party that survives on lies, a party that survives on dubious claims. Let me first of all say this.
Of Osun State.
To come and do what?
Floating. Your governor appointed special advisors that are living in England, that are living in America.
Can you name names?
They are there.
Can you name names?
In the 18 magistrates in one day and impose them on the judiciary of Osun State.
That bloated
salaries
Chief Williams.
We have all the documents.
You are not aware of the national wage increase?
That is another issue.
You are not aware of the national wage increase?
Who is not aware of
Let us say it, sir.
About the
by the time the wage bill of Osun increased from 1.1 billion naira to 2.2 billion naira, had it been that was your government that was in power, how would you have handled that challenge?
I put from Ogun State.
Up till now, you have still not answered that question. How much was your government borrowing from banks every month?
What is your business about that?
No, you have to tell our listeners.
No,
because you are here.
We were borrowing
the holy man.
Okay,
to tell the whole world that Raul
opportunity
is an incompetent leader. This man has shown you
Mr.
more than 7 years.
Let me put a question.
There can be.
You are talking about projects. Now you are mentioning Akoda. You are talking about Akoda.
Mr. Olanipekun, please hold on a moment. Let's clarify the issue of borrowing to pay salaries.
The roads are for who? The schools are for who? The hospitals are for who?
Uncompleted for 7.5 years.
Gentlemen,
I expect the APC leadership to
Chief Williams, if Osun is not peaceful, you will not be able to stay here. And you have to give credit to Raul Faregbe.
Did you have any crisis during the 7.5 years?
There are no crisis.
Which crisis?
To sleep with their
I may have to mute your mic so that I can't get him to respond to this particular situation.
For 7.5 years of the PDP administration, not a single strike.
Okay.
It was under your Aregbesola.
Chief Williams, I'd like to put this question to you.
Went on strike for more than a year.
Chief Williams, hold on a bit. Chief Williams, I'd like to put this question to you.
Debts that can never be repaid in the next 30 years.
It is impossible for you to set the workers of Osun because they know better than you.
Okay.
Look at why are they at loggerheads with you? Why are they at loggerheads with you? Because you deceived them every day. You collected bailout. You did not pay them.
We did not pay them. Where did they put it?
Go and ask Raul, for God's sake. Go and ask Raul.
When was the last salary that was paid?
Okay, Mr. Okolawon, let me put this question to Chief Williams so that we can take this one after the other.
You are salary.
Chief Williams
salary in Osun State. It's public knowledge that you are owing over.
Because you have not allowed him to actually to answer. I mean, let's take it one after the other. Really.
He will not allow
me. He was asking you if your administration was borrowing to pay salaries and how much were you borrowing at that time.
Good. I was saying that the administration was borrowing as occasion demanded for the welfare of the workers.
Can you give a figure?
And they were being paid back monthly. Immediately, almost immediately when they.
That was after you had borrowed an
let me explain this.
Mr. Okolawon, please hold on a moment.
The last PDP administration had a policy that on every 23rd of the month, whether the allocation came or not, Osun State workers must be paid.
That was not true.
And that was why he was borrowing to make sure that
it was when this government came that
let me explain. The workers are listening.
Mr. Okolawon, you asked the question. Let him respond to the question.
The workers are listening.
We will allow him to go away with their lives.
Cool down.
We will not allow you to go.
Mr. Okolawon, please hold on.
I'm going away with it because
you have your say. Mr. Okolawon, you have your own say. Continue. Yeah.
That policy that on every 23rd of the month, whether the allocation from Abuja came or not, we must pay these workers. And that was why we had a bridging finance kind of arrangement.
Those workers are listening to you, sir.
Look at you. Semiu, for God's sake. Semiu. Listen.
Hold on, Mr. Okolawon.
Your man is an electronics engineer.
Good.
I am not surprised.
It's not.
In fact, it's a
thank
victim.
God you have not said it's a
You understand? You could go about portraying him
let's focus on the
road. You cannot finish any road.
Chief Williams, let's focus on the issues we're focusing really.
Look at what happened at
and I'm sure you must have passed through Olaya, Italoka Road. Yes.
Which Olaya?
He has not completed.
When I want to go to Olaya, I go through the Oba's Palace. I've not seen anything on Station Road.
Okay. Mr. Okolawon, let me put this question to you. Part of the statement.
People are listening to you.
PDP members and their leaders, they are specially gifted not to see good things.
What is a good in uncompleted roads?
Chief Ojo Williams, Mr. Okolawon, Chief Ojo Williams talked about some completed projects and then actually, put a figure to it at that time. Part of the statement.
Let him name those projects that are not completed.
Part of the statement
under construction
that was issued then.
And projects. You have named them yourself.
Chief Williams.
Bagan to Akoda.
Is work not going on there? Have you seen that breathtaking photograph? The area view of that bridge.
I know your man is good at photography, for God's sake.
Yes, but you cannot photograph lies. You cannot photograph lies.
Chief Williams, please. I will have to mute your mic at this point so that we can. I can put a question to Mr. Okolawon. At this point,
go to the Polytechnic Ibadan and ask for the certificate of Rauf Aregbesola.
Mr. Okolawon,
Society of Engineers and ask for the membership number of that man.
Mr. Okolawon, this question is for you. Part of that statement put the uncompleted project at 500 billion naira in this state. He said, over the last 7.5 years, there have been projects all over, and putting the cost of all of these uncompleted projects at about 500 billion naira. He also went further to say
who is putting it at 500 billion?
Otumba Yellow Mission, part of that statement.
Okay. We are used to his dubious figures.
But Chief Williams also just talked about the fact that
he
just talked about the fact that there's been several projects, Mr. Okolawon, there's been several projects that the administration started in the last 7.5 years that have not been completed. Is that not true?
What?
Several projects that have not been completed. The airport project is there, has not been completed.
Is the project not going on?
Some of the Gbogan Akoda Road also don't be completed.
Is the project not going on?
Your tenure is coming to an end in 6 months' time, my dear.
There's continuity.
So when are you going to finish this project?
And I can tell you, sir, when last did you visit that road?
Yesterday.
Yes. And where did you drive up to?
I drove through Gbogan to Odeomu.
So what did you see, sir?
Dust.
Hey, of course, there must be dust where construction work is taking place. There must be dust where construction is taking place. Sir,
they cost you every day of their lives.
With the magnificence of that bridge alone, you cannot come before Aregbesola and say, sir, we accept you as our leader. Sir, This is not the way to be in opposition.
My brother, when
it is better to be patriotic even in opposition.
It is better to be truthful even in opposition. Tell him to commission that bridge tomorrow.
Which one?
The Bagan thing.
We have not completed it.
Yeah,
we are working on it. There are no workers on it.
There you are. For the past 7.5 years.
No, did you pass through? Did you drive on it or not?
On that rickety bridge.
Did your car slid down?
A road that had not been commissioned. Why should I drive through that one, my brother? I'm not that irresponsible.
See, the most unfortunate thing, sir, and I'm being sincere, is that the people of Osun already know your party.
They also know your party now.
This is the same familiar terrain that you have always taken.
Look at the
ahead of 2014. Ahead of 2014, your party embarked on this pull-him-down syndrome. Really now dubious figures upon dubious figures.
Mr. Okolawon, would you agree? I mean, a part of this uncompleted...
How did it lead your party? It led your party to humiliating defeat.
Mr. Okolawon, the issue of the airport...
It led your party to humiliating defeat.
Mr. Okolawon,
2018 we are here.
Gentlemen, please hold on a moment. I mean, let's take this one after the other.
This is an election year. You have started all over again.
Okay, Mr. Okolawon, the issue...
It is going to lead you to the same humiliating
Mr. Okolawon, the issue of the airport project,
I congratulate you in advance.
You know, part of that statement also, Mr. Okolawon, part of the airport project, I mean, was also in that statement saying it's like the goalposts have been shifted a couple of times.
Goalpost?
Yes, on that particular airport project. It was supposed to have been completed years before now. Now, as we speak, what's the condition? It's part of what, I mean, that statement listed as having uncompleted projects in the region of 500 billion.
Yeah. The project, in the first instance, let me lay it down. This is the project that was started by your government, PDP government. Do you want to deny that? You proposed. When we came, we reviewed the entire project.
Yes.
And we saw in it a more viable option than even what you proposed. And we started at it.
Yeah.
Of course, we are all aware of the national financial crisis across the country that is affecting so many things. Whether at the federal level or the state level, at the local government level.
Chief, please hold on a bit.
You know how much. Let me tell you.
Chief, please hold on a moment.
That project, I put it to you today. And if you have aviation engineers within your midst, go and ask them what is the state of that airport as it is today.
Don't need an
should any airport should any aircraft need emergency landing? An aircraft can actually land at that airport in its present condition, and I put it now you know, because of those people who already know the capacity of that project to energize the economy of Osun. They have come in partnership with the state of Osun to sign an MOU through which we can see to the end of the completion of that project. Sir, you have always come out to condemn the airport. Those who know,
if we are condemning it, why did we budget
if you read papers about 3-4 weeks ago, papers went to town with the amount of money, the millions of dollars that Nigerian Airlines spent to maintain aircraft outside the shore of Nigeria. So if you have a leader who is visionary enough, who is intelligent enough to now see this as an opportunity to have an hangar, a facility with which you can repair airports here, and use that one as an opportunity to catalyze the economy of this place, you must give kudos. You must give kudos to such a leader.
All right,
and that is why we.
I mean, part of the response of the governor to the statement of Otumba Yellow is that he lacks the moral right to criticize the administration. He says he's a tax defaulter. Yes. And the last time Otumba paid any tax in this state was in 2013, and that was a paltry 25,000 naira. How come?
Does he need the presentation of budget to tell us who has paid tax and who has not?
But is Otumba Yellow a tax defaulter?
In response to his criticism of the government, let me tell you,
Mr. Okolawon, the question is for Chief John Williams.
Let me educate you.
Let him answer the question. Mr. Okolawon, I will have to mute your own mic so that Chief Williams can actually respond to this.
I can tell you straight away that statement is very untrue. In the first place, when you are talking about payment of tax,
have you come with proof?
For my own.
If you have not come for proof, don't go there.
Look at you.
Because you cannot substantiate anything.
Don't go there, sir. Corporate person. Ask him to bring his tax papers to.
Why did he bring it here?
When was the last time Otumba Yellow paid tax to the Osun State government?
His companies or his person?
His person and his companies.
Oh, up to date.
But according to the state government, the last time Otumba Yellow Commission paid was 2013 and it was a part 25,000 naira.
Chief Ojo Williams, I challenge you. Come forward with proof. Documentary evidence.
Let them arrange another day. I will come with it.
Didn't you know you are going to be asked such a question? Was it not part of the reasons you came in here? You cannot substantiate this thing, Chief Ojo Williams. I sympathize with you.
Show me Aregbesola's salary slip where you are seated.
But
show me salary slip.
He has told you that he does not even collect salary in Osun.
But
so you are not aware.
He has companies.
You are not aware.
He has companies that are paying tax.
What are those companies? What are those companies?
Go and ask him.
What are those companies?
I ask you.
Sir, at your level, sir. At your level, sir. You should know that Aregbesola, in his capacity as the governor of Osun, he's not going to be on any company. I mean, elementary knowledge.
Bring out Aregbesola's tax clearance now.
But Chief Williams, before we open the phone lines,
as the governor of Osun,
let me ask you.
Do you expect him to be on the board of any company?
No, you are asking me.
Do you expect him to be the chief CEO of any company?
To produce,
do you expect him to still be running his company?
To produce Aregbesola's salary slip.
Chief Williams.
Or don't you know you are coming here to defend Aregbesola?
Chief Williams, tell me these attacks.
Where are the contract papers for Gbagdan to Akoda?
Chief Williams.
Papers to Station Road to Olaya.
You know where to obtain. You know where to obtain that.
Why didn't you come here with them?
Chief Ojo Williams. Chief Ojo Williams.
Why didn't you come with those documents?
This criticism
prove to us
of the state.
What the PDP has been saying are lies.
You can listen to me. You want to ask you another question.
Well, that is not your business. Those I'm talking.
This criticism of the state government, Chief Williams. I mean, these attack. Tell me, is it in preparation for the 2018 election?
Nothing beyond
That's what some people believe.
Let me tell you this. It is not only the PDP that has been criticizing this government, this ignominious government in Osun State. The students are criticizing, they are going on strike. The teachers are criticizing, they are going on strike. The entire workforce there at Abere, where he works, they are criticizing every day. The retirees are complaining. The pensioners are complaining. I'm sure even radio houses are not safe from what is going on here. That is the truth of the matter, except you are not living in Osun State. Aren't you witnesses to all these things?
Well, people say, I mean, this government has done well in terms of infrastructure. Say the quality of the roads done.
Infrastructure.
What about the ones?
You can only hear that from APC members. Which responsible to say
they talk about the 10-kilometer roads completed by his administration in each local government. They say that's
it's local government roads. The reason why they appointed him governor. Every local government has a structure, a chairman, and the people there to work. He should not take credit for what they have done. Oyilola will not come to Obokun and take credit for the 35 primary schools that I built. It is too cheap for Mr. Governor to be saying that go to the local governments and see the roads I constructed. Who authorized you to go to local governments and be doing their job?
But judging by what the APC has said in time past about the fact that it is your party, both at the state and national level, that has brought Nigeria and Osun State to where it is today. Do you think you have any chance at the polls come September?
They don't have.
Goodness.
Let me answer that one for you.
It's already known to all Nigerians that the APC is just a sham political party. It's a stratagem, you understand, to expand Fulani hegemony to all over the country. And you see what is happening in Taraba. You see what is happening at Benue. People now know better the character of people that are leading the APC, that have plunged the country into crisis. We have never had any crisis of this monumental proportion since the return to democracy.
It is when you want father, you play all the ethnic cards.
You understand?
And we all know.
It is APC that people are crying about every day.
All right. Well,
and you see them, the campaign now, leaving the party
to where?
In disgrace.
To PDP?
Many to PDP.
How many have you received in Osun?
Well, you wait and see.
How many have you received in Osun?
You will wait and see.
Mr.
Very soon.
These issues that have been raised, political watchers in the state are saying we expect to see more of these in the build-up. I mean, as the temperature and political temperature of the state begins to rise, we begin to see many of these. How confident, really, are you in your party?
We have never had any crisis of this monumental proportion since the return to democracy.
It is when you want to run away from the
administration, but at the national level, has not really fared as much as Nigerians expected. How confident are you at the polls come September?
Remember I told you at the beginning of this program, you play all the ethnic cards.
You understand?
And the fact is that we are in an election year, And of course, PDP is going to become much more paranoid. Look, if you want to look at how PDP is also going to end at the end of the election in 2019, just cast your mind to what happened ahead of 2014 election. Series of lies, debts, and all manners of things. But what did it end PDP? Defeat. So we are expecting it. The temperature is going to, but for us, we are not moved. The people of Osun know better. It is only the PDP that keeps on living in fool's paradise, thinking that it has any relevance in the cycle of the ordinary people of Osun. How do you tell me that a government that is feeding pupils in school every school day? How do you want to tell me that the mother of such children will vote for another party? Do you want to tell me before you came? Do you want to tell me that a government that has provided the kind of roads that we have provided, people are going to vote it out? Do you want to tell me that a government that is installed security, that has brought about security and makes it possible for people to move freely? Sir, during your government, what was the nightlife of Osun? In fact, let us even talk about Osogbo alone. What was the nightlife like? Now, life has picked up in the state of Osun. Even at 12 midnight, at 1 midnight, you see people at Freedom Park. See, have you seen the Freedom Park? Since you keep on saying that you do not even see anything, it's not the railway park. It's in Ness. If you don't know the name, it is called Nelson Mandela Freedom Park. And of course, you know what obtained in that place before. A ghetto. Which ghetto? A ghetto that has been destroyed. A ghetto that has been brought without paying them compensation, brought into life, where people who want to do their wedding now go. People want to do their birthday now go. When your family members come from Lagos, from Abuja and all that, they now have a place where they can go and relax. Did you have such a place in Osun before? So if you keep on talking about Chief Williams, if you keep on talking about infrastructure, if you say Aregbesola has done nothing, we will not crucify you for that, because we already know that there is no way you'll be able to appreciate any good thing that this government will do. But you know the consolation, sir? The consolation is that the people of Osun, they knew you inside and they know you better than you.
They now know
thank you.
They now know Aregbesola as a capital flight expert.
Well, Chief Williams.
They now know the APC as a change for nothing party.
There are people who also believe that Chief Williams,
grandiose claims.
Chief Williams, there are people who believe that you are not giving credit to this administration, and they point at some of the indicators. For instance, one company, financial derivatives company of respected economist Bismarck Wani of recent ranked Osun as the second wealthiest state in Nigeria. People are saying these are some statistics that actually, everyone should point out and say this government is actually working.
Those things are not related to the empirical evidence on the ground.
Okay, you are battling with statistics.
It is,
those are
because some of these things are
those are science.
Let me tell you.
Those are science.
Let me give you a personal experience. When I was a local government chairman at Obokun, people came from abroad. They wanted me an award. They printed the certificates already. They did everything. They come with the academic gown. They wanted to do it right there before my people at Ibokun. I said, what for? Then they brought out a little items that had completed. I said, look, go and look at the uncompleted words. The ones, before you give me this kind of award. Then they told me the expenses. I said I will never pay for any award. So we are used to all these antics. Those people were sponsored to come and elevate Rauf here. You understand? Sir, to come and
when you get out of this place, go and Google the name financial derivatives. And know the credibility of such a
state that is in debt.
Let me tell you,
30 years that you are plugged into debt of that.
2 weeks ago, Channels Television invited an analyst from financial derivatives to come and talk about the national economy. And willingly, the lady on her own just came up with what she believed in their survey. What they found out as the contribution of Osun to the growth of agriculture. On their own. This was on Channels Television. You can go and play
you can influence all those things.
You can go and play
your agricultural products. You can go and that Aregbesola has improved.
These are things you cannot afford.
Where's your whole ram?
Financial derivatives. See where and see where they have impacted on the economy, the kind of researches they have done on the economy.
On a final note,
they have also helped the country.
Name your ranch for all
if you look at
name your
financial derivatives
for all these things.
Such commendations, such ratings are also not just from financial derivatives alone. You know both local and international organizations, credit agencies that have rated Osun.
Okay, well, you know, just in 1 minute before we open the phone lines here, Mr. Okolawon, part of what was raised in that statement also, and that Chief Williams has also talked about here, is on the issue of the debt. And he just said that it would take the state like 30 years. I mean, that statement, Otuma said, it would take the state like 25 years to repay the debt that your administration has plunged the state into. And he gave a figure of 416 billion naira. How true is that?
Let me even tell you one. Is Osun, as part of the old Oyo, and as part of the old Western region, are we not paying part of the debts that were incurred for future development? See, you keep on talking about debt as if debt is in isolation. As if debt is in isolation. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever bothered to ask yourself, how come the most indebted countries or states of the world are also the most developed? How much to ask? America today is the most indebted country of the world.
You should turn
is America not the most developed? Lagos State is the most indebted state in Nigeria. Yeah. Is Lagos State not the most?
It is APC.
And he said,
before we came in 2010, you have those kind of schools? Do you have the kind of security you have now? If judging by the revenue capacity of Osun, do you think it is possible for us to have and things? Let me tell you, if we are to start by the revenues, accruable to Osun, by the kind of nature of revenue that is possible for us to generate in Osun, we will not even be able to build any of those schools.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that because of our time. We open the phone lines at these points now.
And look around for opportunities to develop our state.
Okay.
See, how come your government never even thought of anything like Sukuk? Your government never even thought about anything.
Well, we leave it at that.
It's borrowing.
Well, we leave it at
borrowing.
Let's borrowed money. Mr. Okolawon, let's leave it at that. So I'm saying that we'll get our people back home to the part of this very interesting conversation. We open the phone lines at these moments now to join our people back home. We'd like you to join this conversation and make your own contributions on the matter. I've been looking at the state of the states here in Osun State, especially as regards some of the statements released by Tumayola Mishore, and we believe that as part of, developments in the build-up to the 2018 election, the political temperature of the state will begin to rise as we move on in this new year. We open the telephone lines for you right now.
You can now join the conversation by calling 0806 867 6165. 0806 867 6165 and 0905 648 7177. You can equally make use of our social media platforms. For WhatsApp, 0703-175-9173, 0703-175-9173. Tweet at us at Rave917FM, and Facebook is Rave917FM. Do remember to turn down the volume on your radio set or move away from it. And please, let's keep our comments civil. Thank you.
We have our first call on the line. We'd like you to keep it very short. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Femi Lawal. I'm calling from Monwell.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawal.
Yeah, the last time the chieftains of the two parties, you asked a question that what is going to be the next mantra that they will say. At the end of the day, is destruction. But now let me quickly say that same day you said it seems that you don't have the third option. I want to put it to you, media. That's why you don't have the third option.
All right. Hello, good morning. Please, when you call, ensure the volume of the radio is kept low. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Emmanuel from Oshogbo.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yes. Actually, let me ask Mr. Okolawon about all the projects, about the stadium that's uncompleted, about those bridges that we do not need, about all the compressed salary in the state. And what is the government doing about it? Let me ask him. Good morning.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? I'd like for you to speak up a bit, please. Okay, let's have a contribution quickly.
I did the school that you asked. I just want to tell them, or I want Mr. Ogunle to please tell me what has the PDP has to do for this for the past year.
All right, thank you. Let's take some messages on WhatsApp here. Well, Yinka okay. Well, thank you. Saying this is really serious, very hot session. And then this Victory Midday saying thanks to Femi Olanipekun for allowing Chief Joe Williams to sell a sellable product to show people today. I never knew Missouri is this versatile. So PDP also constructed schools, roads, and still take care of Osun workers. That's is interesting. And Yinka Badejo is saying real issue. We really need some level of checks and accountability like this. And this one is saying, Oluwaseyi Kenwood is saying, tell the APC representative that he is only doing his job, or should people know where they are going come September 2018. Even the governor himself cannot come on air to be saying all what he has been saying. And D. Hazan is saying, Mr. Femi, correct something. Aregbesola is governing Osun alone and not the party. We members of the APC in Osun are waiting for him and his Lagos boys like me coming election. Hope they are packing their luggages. And okay, Ati Adeleke is saying this administration is noted for two things: geriato-necrophilia. Well, Dr. Adeleke is a doctor. I seem not to understand these. Then let's check some messages on WhatsApp. Mr. Law is saying, I'm very surprised that one of your guests said there was no single strike during the Oyinlola administration. This is a big lie, because I could remember how many months I spent at home when I was at Oscotec about Aregbesola performance in the state of Osun. The truth of the matter is that we have to give credit to Ogbeni in infrastructure development. The only area Ogbeni got it wrong is area of salary payment, and there is no perfection in man. Thank you very much. Is from Olanipekun. He's from Oshogbo. So the projects are constructed to make money upon all the schools built by Aregbesola administration. What was the last rank of Osun students in just? He just said that it will take the state like 30 years. In that statement, Thomas
will pay in this
state. Let's
Mr.
Kola. I just want Mr. Semi Okola to understand that whatever he says this morning cannot change the stance of the people of Osun State on this present APC administration. And Oyetunji Ayuade from Ilorin saying it's crystal clear that it is APC and minority, and nobody can stop the moving train of the APC. And Soji Kolade from Oshogbo is saying this is the right time the electorate wake up from their slumber. These people have taken politics to be their business. They are birds of a feather. May God fight for us. And Tony Tonero Deyemi saying all these politicians are deceivers. They come on air to deceive us and meet themselves behind the scenes. It's right time we know that they are all the same, devil and blue sea. May God save us from the hands of the devils. And that Chris is from Oshogbo saying the opposition party in Osun should begin to think of concrete issues and must know that the governance of a state is not only based on salaries and workers. The opposition party should tell us better things they wish to embark upon and not playing on emotions and sentiment. And Wasiu Adebisi says, well done for this topic this month. It's obvious that Chief Joe Williams was distorting fact, though APC has challenges and salary issues, but PDP is just hiding behind one finger in their attempt to blackmail the state government. Fact is sacred and projects are visible to everyone to see. And on Facebook, Adegbala John says, APC government that is being led by Ogbeni Aregbesola has been lies and propaganda. Mr. Semi Okola should please tell us the debt profile of Osun State. We need a figure of the debt profile of the state. And still on Facebook, Adeyeye Adedayo Kende is saying, I'm very sure that Osun people will be best judged in this matter by this coming election. Their votes will speak whether APC of change is still needed or not. Osun people have saw and still saying where they are going in coming administration. And before we go back to the phone lines, King Laface from Ede say it's election year, and I'm not surprised when the PDP representative castigate all the efforts of the APC administration in Osun State. We know the truth. PDP should go lick their wound. What will what kind of government borrows to pay salaries? It's only a government that lack ideas. Osun State has changed for good, and I'm 80% satisfied with this administration. Thanks. And okay, the final one here. What's on Facebook? Ismail Abdugani from Mary Osun saying it's very disheartening hearing Chief Williams that Argbeshala has never completed any road in Osun. Please, if we must criticize, let it be constructive. Argbeshala has lifted the bar of governance in Osun State. Let's get back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from? Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, my name is Samuel from Ila.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel. You have 30 seconds. Hello, Samuel. Well, I'm afraid you may have to call back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Calling back.
Thank you, Mr. Lawa.
Well, I was having the fact that we have 1,001 questions to ask APC government on their policy. But the people you keep bringing to come and be asking them these questions don't have the moral right. What would the PDP man come and tell us about APC? Do they have the moral right? They were there. What did they do? These associations, they have not done anything to. We are not so happy with what they have been doing. But not pin people that you bring people from outside or other parts. Let them come and ask them questions. Not those people that put us in this.
Thank you, Mr. Lawal. If the PDP raised that issue, it is just morally right for them to come and defend the issues they raised. Really, thank you very much. This message on Twitter is from Ajiboye at T Reformer. We are here during PDP. Thank God we are here during APC too. We have opportunity to just oppose. APC is far better than PDP. And Go Oshun says, I put it to Mr. Joe Williams. If school building is not a priority, what will be your priority if Emishere become next governor? And okay. Let's see on WhatsApp again. Mr. Okola should, for God's sake, be aware that the head of the government is condemning is a leader today. The head determines the body. You are indirectly bashing on Ilola. The message is from Olu Ayola from Odiede. And this one says, let me put this to Mr. Okola. Osun State has been a land of peace even before arrival of Ogbeni. It was when Ogbeni came, we started hearing of state boys and hoodlums empowered by Ogbeni Olukayode from Oshobo. We'll get back to our guests now quickly. Their final remarks, really, we just like to take that in 45 seconds each. I'll start with you, Chief Williams. Your final remarks and reaction.
Yes, you see, for those of us who have been asking questions about the PDP's achievements, I've said it repeatedly that they are all out there for you to see. One multi-campus university are there for you to see. The Osogbo Olaiya to Akoda dual carriageway is there for you to see. That from Okefia to Iwo Road Junction is there for you to see. It's also a dualization. We have several other programs. The school feeding system is talking about was an idea of the PDP. Let me tell you, without the PDP, we will not even be talking here today. The PDP administration at the federal level approved 4 licenses for private radio stations, and your Rave FM is one of them. Before Jonathan left, that of Crown FM is another one. Our station is another one, and you can go on and forth. You see, no party can do it all within a tenure. Look at the GSM thing that Nigerians are enjoying today. It was a PDP thing, but people forget all these things quickly. When you come down to Osun here, the achievements are there for you to see, as I've been saying. And I've been mentioning some of these things. Coming to our plan for the next election, I can assure you the PDP is going to bring the very, very best candidate that can meet the challenges that we are now facing in Osun State.
Is Omishore that candidate?
That is for the party to decide.
All right, thank you.
I am not the party.
Thank you very much. Well, Mr. Okola, your final remarks in 45 seconds.
They say voice populi, voice Dei. The voice of people is the voice of God. If you take a summary of the reactions of people, those calling, those sending messages, to look at what exactly we are talking about, you know, and I know that Chief Ojo Williams and his party, they know where they belong. We know what we represent in the cycle of the people of Osun, and we know what PDP represents in the cycle of the people of Osun. And let us leave it at that. And let me round up with this question. Since Chief Ojo Williams does not know, I love to tell him today that your party was borrowing 1 billion naira every month to augment salary every month before Aregbesola came. Thank you.
Bridging Finance paid instantly as the allocations come.
All right, well, thank you very much. I'd like to appreciate you, gentlemen, for being a part of our world today. Chief Sunday Ojo Williams is the legal advisor to the PDP at the Southwest here. We appreciate you joining us. The former he's a chieftain of the PDP, former chairman of the party. Also, we thank you so much for being a part of Frank Talk this morning, sir. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right, and Mr. Semiu Okonlawon is the special advisor to Governor Rauf Aregbesola on information and strategy. We thank you so much for coming on the program this morning, sir. Thank you. On behalf of the team and executive producer Femi Adefila, my name is Femi Olanipekun. Thanking you so much for being a part of our world. We're back here on Monday for another edition of the program. See you then. Bye-bye.
Rave 91.7 FM, NUJ, best radio station of the year.